And we're live. I nearly forgot to press the button then. I totally forgot to press the button. Oh, I do apologise. That didn't go well.
You had one job to do.
I had one job. Yeah.
So he's broke it.
Yeah. Shall we just go now?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you all again next week. Bye. Hello, everybody. It is... Oh, my earpiece is being weird. It is Monday. It is time for the eModels Monday show. Now, you may notice we are missing a certain person. Hang on, I can't press the button now. Hang on. I've got to do 18 different, but we're missing a certain person.
Slap it on.
They didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw the reflection in the cabinet behind you. I knew it.
Yeah. Yes, we are missing Ted. Like as usual, with about 3 minutes to go, Ted says, "Oh, there's a problem and I can't get on my computer." Yes. So well done, Ted. He's got some computer issues tonight, so he's probably under his desk pulling out bits of spider and stuff from his computer and swearing a lot as we speak. So, if fingers crossed, he might get it working and he might join us. Probably won't though, so it might just be us two. So it might be a bit shorter tonight because we're all hopeless.
Don't talk about spiders. I get in trouble when you talk about spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. That was funny. That was funny. We might not discuss that then for obvious reasons. Hi, Gemma. Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome. Ted's problems notwithstanding. It is Monday night. It is the eModels live show. It's your show. As always, we're here to just talk about nonsense for an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, show you what's in store, and you guys can hang out and chat and have a good time. This is your show, remember. So if you want to raise certain subjects, ask us questions, talk about stuff, it's entirely up to you to get our attention in the chat. We go off. We need you to give us things to talk about. So if you're watching this and you can't see the chat's there. It's there. Just you can see all the words. Look at the words going up and up. That's the chat. If you can see this and you're watching, but you can't see the live chat or where to join in, you need to be on the YouTube page. So hit the little YouTube icon that's down here somewhere in the bottom right hand corner. And that'll take to the YouTube page where you can join in the typey chat. And if you are in chat, if you want to get our attention, just type in big fat capital letters, or bold as Ted would say. Or you can use the super chat, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a big coloured box, and then we can't possibly miss it. So if you want to join in and give us stuff to talk about, then do come and join the live chat. As always, we will probably just sit here and waffle on about food for 2 hours. We've got all kinds of bits and bobs. As always as well, you never know when the big boss is watching, and you never know when the big boss might get involved. So it's worth sticking around to the very end because you never know. You don't know, do you guys? You never know.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
No,
I don't know nothing.
Ted might know, but we don't know.
Ted probably knows for sure, but he's not here, you see. Now, as always, with me, as always, there's one of us missing, and it's not normally me saying this, so as not usual, there's two other guys in here with me. Of course, we have, first and foremost, we have Mr. Colin Fester 767. Colin, hello.
Hello there, mate.
How are you, buddy?
Fine and dandy, mate. We made it. Yeah.
Just about by the seat of our pants.
Absolutely, yeah. We was like, oh, where's the teacher gone? What can we do? And throwing blackboard rubbers at each other, and yeah.
Well, we do that normally.
Absolutely.
I wonder where they were. Actually, hang on. I wonder where they were coming from. Why, yeah, you oughta.
He normally tells us off and tells us to behave moments before we go on air. Will you lot behave?
Yeah. And of course, with me as well as Colin and myself, is Chris. Hello, Chris.
Good evening, all. Hello, everybody, and hello, Foxx, and hello, Colin. Because I said hello to you already, but it is very strange. It's like not having the responsible adult in the room. We've been a little bit giggly.
Can any of us be classed as?
I don't know. Well, Ted's the responsible adult, but it's not here, so it's very It
is a bit like when Mum and Dad go away and you've left you with the liquor cabinet, isn't it?
He didn't leave us money for pizza.
Oh, but we've got like a cupboard full of like Advocar and it's all the bottles of Christmas stuff that nobody likes, that nobody drinks at Christmas, like Advocar and all the weird things.
Like when you get them selection packs at Christmas and your parents say, "Don't eat it all at once," and you're there like,
Christmas Day, eating all the chocolate. Boxing Day, I'm on the toilet for 3 hours because I ate all the chocolate. Yes, and of course with us as always is Ted. Oh. No. And the show just stops. Now, as always, I must stop saying as always. You can tell I'm quite nervous because I don't often host this show. What I'll do is I'll quickly bail out of this life raft and totally throw Chris under the bus and say, Chris,
Yeah.
Who do we have in chat tonight then? Who's with us? Who's watching this show
We
tonight?
have people. People are watching in chat. I haven't got a counter up to see how many people are watching. It doesn't tell me yet.
There's probably a number.
There's some people are watching, at least 2.
Yay!
My chat, as ever, doesn't go for live chat. It comes up as top chat. So I had to change it so it's forgotten the first half of everybody that came in even after I had it open. So the first one I see in tonight is Sprue and Glue. So welcome. Then we've got Colin in chat, but he won't be in chat anymore. He's in chat before we go live, but not after. That's the rule. Sergeant Bones is here. Actually, let me drag the chat across there. Then I can be looking a bit more central and still.
Ooh,
there we
go.
Good. We have.
See, I can't do that because if I do that, it will just pop up in the middle of the screen on people when people are watching. So I can't do that.
Sergeant Bones is here. I'm there in chat, but that was before we went live, so I'm allowed to be there. Eric Graham's in. Plastic Alchemist. Dave Cardboard. Sergeant Bones. Sergeant Bones.
Eric, I never know when you pause, whether you're pausing for me to say the name
or whether I'll give you the nod. I'll let you know. Paul de Tomasso's in. Cynical Steve. 100% Bob. AJ is here. Skipper Ted's in chat. Yeah.
Yes, tell Ted is actually with us in chat because his phone works. So.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Just don't ask him to type anything with a Q in it.
Yeah, that probably won't end well.
Works.
I hate to tell you this, but there is a conversation between Gemma and I think somebody else about multi-legged creatures. So you've just sown the seed now.
Had the show out just by pressing your TED button every couple of minutes, Fox, so that you're in spirit.
Yeah, a little bit of
think about that, Ted?
Is it too late? You timed it. You may never know.
Emerson Pedro's in. AJ
in fact, I did that.
And Skipper Ted are talking about fuses and things, and
I actually put Ted on the screen, and you were doing. It was locked on you, so nobody would have seen that.
I think your TED button overrides everybody.
My TED button overrides everything.
I think so. Yes. Dad is in. Another one of your mods. Ickle Pete. Gemma Williams is in, as in Redlen 08. Lord Barkley III is here.
Lord.
Model making guru, but we don't worry about him.
No,
Andrew Preston
talks to him.
All right, Foxx.
Skullfish. In fact, no, I'm going to do a different one tonight. I'm going to go Skullfish.
No, I don't like that one as much. I prefer the other one.
Anybody who's watching with headphones on, like with an in-ear earpiece, that's probably really weird.
Sorry about that. Anders is here, as is Gaz Vickers. Frankie goes to Hobbywood. Mark Scopes, Phil East. Abner Fajardo. I don't know how to pronounce words, so hello.
I don't do words.
Philip Prime, Michael Jackman, Phil Lewis, Wayne Hayward, Dan One. That's a good one. It's better than,
Does that mean he was the first person? Maybe he was the first person on Google to actually get the name Dan.
Yeah.
So he's like Dan One.
Sprue Glue Addict is here. Simon Payne, Twigging Pig, Kitchen Table Modeler. Now, I'm not sure if that's a location or a subject.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That might just be what he or she does.
Natalie Williamson is in. James Chapman. And it's jumped a bit, so I might have missed a couple. Peter Rogers is here. Frogspawn, I think I've probably already said. Ken Sturrock, Donald McKenzie, Paul Horner, Glenn G, LD, and Skipper.
That rhymed.
And that's everybody. So hello, everybody. If I missed you, I apologise, but you know what the chat's like. It goes a bit mental. It scrolls up as faster than I can do. Oh, there you go. Osric 9000's at the bottom. It's not as good as Dan 1.
Ted says in chat, he says, "I'm in. I just forgot to refresh and drag." Yes. No, we should say that we were having a conversation in Skype. Ted saying he can't get his computer going, and he's like, "Well, maybe there's been a surge because all the power to the house is off." And we had this moment of, is Ted now saying there's no power to the house?
Yeah, he's sitting in the dark with his iPad.
got his torch on to figure out why the computer's not working. I don't know. I've taken it all apart. Let's go and figure out what's wrong.
Yeah. Bless him. I don't know. So I don't think if he can get it working, I'm sure he'll join us later on. But don't panic if not, Ted. Don't go all out.
Speedy Q8 is here. He says, "You missed me. I didn't say hello though." Well, if you're not there and typing in the chat, then I can't see the name appear, so I can't say hello to people.
There you go.
Yeah, if you're watching and not in the chat, then get in the chat because it's a fun place to be.
Because Chris is many things, but he's not telepathetic.
I am not pathetic. Not psychotic. No, the other one. Yeah.
Sprue Glue Addict says, "I've got a vision of Ted in drag now."
Oh dear.
No, we have a vision of Ted in drag as well. Thanks for that.
Have you been looking at my phone pictures again?
Yeah. What, me personally, or
Yeah, anybody. Nevbo's in, another mod. So we have
Hey,
several
Nevbo.
mods keeping an eye on everything, keeping chat flowing nicely. So
I do remember your mods are all lovely and fluffy, and they will keep you safe and protect you at all times. But if you cross them, they will break you in half and eat your spinal fluid. So don't cross them. Let them look after you. They are all lovely. Don't forget, of course, Nevbo is one of our fellow eModels builders. Nevbo and Dad are both in chat. They are fellow eModel builders. There's obviously me, Chris, Ted, and Colin, and there's also Dad and Nevbo. Dad's started on his first build, but he's not got any videos up yet, so stay tuned.
Yeah, where's that video, Dad? Go on.
Yeah, where is it?
Just can't get the staff.
I know. And Nevbo, of course, is working on the big plane thing.
Hellcat,
that's the one. So yes, he's working on that. There should be another episode, hopefully coming shortly.
I need to get another build for eModels, don't I?
Yeah.
I shall think about that.
I need to actually do a build for eModels.
Yeah, that's how we all went quiet and just left you hanging.
Yeah, I know. I've got a weird... My belly button feels weird. I know this is not really relevant, but...
Stop it.
Is it normal to get a slight pain in your belly button? It doesn't seem normal.
No.
Very weird.
Dad says soon.
Dad says soon. Yes.
Soon.
Anyway, yeah, so let's have a quick whiz round what everybody's been working on. So I shall randomly pick, I'll wiggle the mouse around, and it will randomly pick Colin first. Colin, what's on your bench, my friend?
I've been working on me Huey, because I've got a live coming up on Saturday, so I've been doing a bit on that and gathering everything ready for the show on Saturday. So that's what I've been up to, mate.
124th helicopter.
Yeah, 124th Reveal Huey.
I did pronounce that correctly. Yeah, I did pronounce that correctly. Helicopter.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know, some people would say Ed Force One's a bad kit, but this supersedes it. Yeah.
But you knew that. You took it on as a challenge, didn't you? That was the whole point
Absolutely.
of the build.
It's part of the kits we love to build that we all love to hate series. So, yeah.
There is a shorter way of saying that, but family friendly.
I've got the Post-it note right in front of me.
Do not swear.
Yeah, because I just had a feeling you'd get on to that wonderful Reveal offering.
Yeah. Colin, you are live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
Yeah.
So are you able to hold it up, or is it in a state of sticky gluiness?
Yeah, I've got that bit done so far.
Wow.
That looks all right.
And there are some eggs in it as well.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. I mean, I have read about that.
Eggs, but eggs.
Yeah.
I tend to put things in kits that shouldn't be there.
FUNEX. Never mind. Old joke. That's the thing, though. Even though you're having it, it's not the best kit in the world to build. It still looks good when it's finished, as long as you wrinkle out all the.
Oh, absolutely!
The
I mean, all of the figures that are in it are all 3D printed. The dash is 3D printed. So yeah, you know, I've been able to integrate that side of it in it. But
you can actually have real human-looking figures.
Yeah, you know, and pipes and wires and gubbins. And I stupidly said on the live show that I would open up all the doors, so I've had to open all the doors up. Yeah. Which is great fun.
Yeah, sometimes people say things in the spur of the moment that are stupid, and then they have to follow through.
Yeah,
and do the stupid thing.
I sort of blurted it out, and my good friend Sergeant Bones was like, "Yeah, do it and do it." Yeah, have you done it yet? Yeah.
So on that note, then, Chris, talking about people who make jokes that suddenly become a cross to bear.
Before I do that, I see we have Fernando in from Spain, new to your channel. Welcome. Grab a comfy chair and just enjoy.
Yeah, welcome. Somebody Dave Cardboard did say welcome. Stick with us for a few weeks. It takes a while to tune into all the in jokes.
Yeah, we haven't got them yet, but we'll get there eventually. My build at the moment, I started a new build. I'm doing a Baneblade.
Baneblade.
A Warhammer type big tank thing, massive battle tank. It's got a track, that's one side of it, and there's another side of it, and then stuff in the middle. I don't know anything about. Fox knows all about Baneblades and stuff, but I don't. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just a big tank. But I made the mistake of when it came up in chat about, you know, you should build one of them. I said, oh yeah, that could look good in orange, because I tend to do these things in orange because it's just become a theme. And then I said, oh, I could do it in digital camo. That would be interesting. And
just
then
as a joke,
a couple of people went out and bought it for me and said, "Yeah, there you go, build that in digital camo then." So yeah, I've got some work ahead of me when I get it built to figure out how to do digital camo, because I've never done it before, and how to do it on something like that. And yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing another post-it note which says, "Don't say things on the when you're live." That
Or as one of my dear old friends once taught me, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah. There's a certain feeling that you get of
dread, existential dread,
love and appreciation that people will, send you stuff and buy you things, and it's lovely and great. But then they're doing it to cause you pain.
Well, I know that at least one of them was doing it to generate pure Schadenfreude. So
yeah, but there must be a version of Schadenfreude that is on the person that's getting it or giving it, or it's sort of the other side of the same coin. But yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, we had it with the bad kit builds where we're like, yeah, just put in what is your bad kit and you'd like to see us to do. And the list has grown and grown, and we're like, yeah, we'll get that. And they're like, have you got it yet? Have you got it? So we're now having to buy all these really bad kits.
Yeah, now you got this big stash of stuff you probably don't really ever want to build.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at it thinking, what have I gone and done?
I'd say I've got a couple of questions in the chat there. Sprue and Glue says, where's the war bore? I'm doing that as well. That's just more of a sort of painting job that you can't really see.
You've gone a bit low res on us there,
camera
Chris,
things,
actually.
So it's sort of, I can't play around with the focus and things because I'll never get it back right again. But yeah, I've been painting that. It's not really much of a kit. And where are we? Someone else said something. AJ said, Chris, what happened to the rat tank? Yeah, the big mouse and rat tanks. I've got it. It's over there. It's built. I just haven't painted it yet. I do need to do another video of that, painting that. So yeah, I will get around to that eventually. But
yeah. You might want to. Do you want to refresh, Chris? Because you've gone a bit 1983 pixels.
Has got a really good, sensible question in the chat. He's saying he's just switched from synthetic starter brush to the Army painter brush set. Are there any tips to adapt to the softer brush to avoid paint flowing into the ferrule so much?
Yes.
Only dip the tip in, I would have thought.
Are you with us, Chris?
I'm back. I don't know if I'm back, and I missed the entire conversation, so don't ask me any questions about what just happened.
Let me just refresh for the viewers. 1 second. There we go.
And we're back in the room.
Yes, there we go. So that was run that question by us again, then, Colin.
Sorry. Yeah, Phil East in the chat has just switched from synthetic starter brushes to the Army painter brush set, and wants to know, is there any tips to adapt to the softer brush to avoid paint flowing into the ferrule so much? And I was saying perhaps just dip only the very tip of the brush in the paint.
Yeah, you use less paint on your brush, basically.
Sort of shorter strokes with the brush, just rather than dragging it over.
Yep.
Might help. But Foxx, I think, has got some Army painter brushes to hand.
I don't have an this is not an Army painter brush, but I need something that people can see on camera, because you're not going to see that. Yeah, what the guy said there was perfectly correct. Simple rules: when you're picking up paint, don't get paint all the way up the brush. Don't be dipping it in the pot. Get paint maybe that far up the bristles, and try not to get it more than halfway up. The easiest way to not get paint in the ferrule is just not to get paint in the ferrule. So just go easy with it. Also, a good thing to do is, if they come with the plastic tube, the ones that have the plastic protection tube, keep that. And when you've finished painting and you've cleaned your brush and you've washed it out, put the plastic tube back on, and you can store it bristles down as long as you've got the protection tube on the end. And store it bristles down so that any water with paint particles can just run down to the tip and drip off that way.
That one didn't come with a plastic tube, did it?
No, this one didn't. If some of the brushes don't have them, if it doesn't have a plastic tube, then it's worth investing in just a cheap little brush rack, or anything where you can put the brushes in and it'll hang them like that. Or just make one yourself out of some plastic card, drill some holes, have it raised up off the desk so they're not touching. You don't ever want them to touch the desk or anything like that. They want to be free, hanging in the air. But yeah, get a piece of plastic card, or even just a piece of card or anything, put some holes in it, or any kind of brush rack. If you've got the Hobby Zone stuff, they do. I've got one here. They do a brush rack. Or even just if you've got some little clamps. I've got a load of little clamps like these that I can't remember where I got these now. All I do is I find an edge and I put them like that, and I put the brush through.
Yeah, they normally come with the
like
Tamiya carousel thing, don't they?
I think that may be right where I've got them from. But I basically finagle it so that I can put the brush in and jam it against an edge, and it'll just hold it just for a few hours while it dries out. It just gives the water a chance to drip down and not collect in. So the most important points are don't get paint more than halfway up the bristles. Always store them that way around if they've got the plastic protection tube. But the most important thing is the way you clean your brushes. Absolutely vital. At the end of every day, get yourself some. Now I know eModels don't stock this, and it's actually you can't get it in the UK apart from it. You have to get it from the US. But get yourself some Masters brush cleaner. I know the guys at eModels have stocked it before, so you can always give them a call or drop them an email, see if they can get some for you. It's just a brush soap. It's like a shampoo for brushes, and at the end of each day, you just clean off your brush, give it a rinse, and it restores life to the brush. It gets rid of a lot of the paint. And it just gives it that kind of supple feel. It's like shampoo for your brush, like you put on your hair.
It smells wonderful as well, doesn't it?
It smells like lemon cheesecake. Now you can just use, some people just use thinners or brush, like they get, like I used to use Tamiya X28 to clean my brushes off, which is fine. But imagine if you washed your hair in isopropyl alcohol every day. It's not going to end well. You want to get something nice that conditions your brushes.
Colin did that.
Yeah. I just use shoulders.
You only got half the bottle.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that. There are other products as well, other brush cleaning soaps. They're called brush soaps, and you'll get them from. I say eModels can probably get one in for you. So give them a shout first and foremost. They can probably get some, and that just keeps it clean. And then just make sure you're doing that at the end of every day with the brushes you've used, and it'll help keep the point. It'll help keep everything out of the ferrule. And that's the thing, eventually brushes will start to go a bit manky, but if you treat them right and you look after them, you never jam them into the bottom of the cleaning cup when you're rinsing them out. You don't want to jam them into anything. Look after them, and they'll last you a long time as long as you have a good regime to care for them.
Luke has a good question for you there, Fox. He says, does it taste like cheesecake?
It tastes like chemical death, only because I've like rinsed a brush off and I have to get the point on it, and it's like trace amount. I wouldn't. It does smell. It just like lemon cheesecake.
Lick it.
No. Remember, no.
Phil says, thanks, gents. I'm usually pretty good with brush care. The starter brush from the Conquest lasted over a year, but these multi-painter ones, the paint just seems to absorb right down the bristles.
Wow. If he's managed to make that starter brush from Conquest, which is worth about 0.2 pence and is just made out of rubbish and nonsense, if he's managed to make that last a year, his army painters are going to last a while. Yeah. And I'll tell you for now, depending on what you're painting, if you're painting miniatures and things, that regiment brush is the perfect size for most painting.
Right, that's stuff. You're talking about things and cheesecake and stuff, and Sprue says chocolate hobnobs cheesecake. Please tell me this is a real thing.
It can be
chocolate hobnob cheesecake. I don't know.
If it's not a real thing, it's a real thing you could make.
Absolutely.
If you know how to make cheesecakes.
Yeah, but then you'd have to make and have chocolate hobnobs and cheesecake, and I don't think you can have both those things at once, because once you've got one, then you've eaten it, and then you've got the other, and you've eaten that. So you can't have them both at the same time.
Well, the thing is, if you make a chocolate hobnob cheesecake, what do you make the biscuit base out of? Because anything less than chocolate hobnobs is just rubbish biscuits. So you'd have to. So you'd have to have normal hobnobs as the biscuit base, and then chocolate I don't know how you do it.
Anders has an important announcement. He says, Colin, fact of the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fester's factoid is a sad one this week. It's a death.
Oh dear, here we go.
Yeah. Not only has Ted's computer died, but our old mate Wilfred Batten Lewis Trotter.
Oh no.
No relation to me, by the way. An English surgeon who was an authority on cancers of the neck and head and recognised as a pioneer in neurosurgery. He took an interest in sociology and originated the term herd instinct in his book Instincts of the Herd in Peace and War, published in 1914. And this was referring to the human behaviour of flocking around people like a little herd of sheep. So he sadly died in 1939 at the age of 67 on this very day.
On this very day.
Oh.
a sad factoid for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Couldn't
it's
find
quite
any English blokes other than him.
in one way it's quite amusing because he's like he was interested in all sciences and sociology. That's a little joke for the scientists out there who don't see. Dad makes a very, very important comment. It's possibly the most important comment of the night.
He says, "Hi, Carl."
No, he says, Dad says, I've got Stollen at the bench.
Oh, good man.
Yes. So it's about time we need to ask that question then, as always. Yeah. I shall I'll ask the question. I'll do it on camera. Why not? Bench and belly time, folks. What's on your bench? What you're working on, and what's in your belly? Yeah. I never showed what I was working on. I'm still working on Foxx. I'm still working on the Sazabi. This weekend, I finished up all the chipping, all of it on the mobile suit. It's all done. And I did a dusty, dirty layer, which you can't really see on the shield. I don't know how well people will get this anyway, depending on the quality. You can't really see on the shield, maybe a little bit at the bottom. But all the chipping was done. And I have done some dust effects on the entire mobile suit. You might see it on, if I take this off, you might see it on the inner frame for the legs.
Don't drop it.
No, don't worry, it's mounted on. I've got the dust effect on there. Now, I did actually have the armour on when I sprayed the dust effects. That's why the dust effect is in certain areas and not in others. Just at the bottom, but you can see that kind of dusty effect. And what I did was, it's an old school technique, a very old school technique. I'm going for a very specific look, for a sort of Borderlands style look, so I don't need to do complex streaking grimes and dot filters and things like that. I can keep it dead simple because it's a specific cell shaded look. What I did was an old school dust technique. If you're doing a vehicle that needs to look like it's been in a dusty environment like a desert, or it's been in a normal environment where it's not wet, there's not mud, it's just dry earth like savannah and stuff, just get yourself some Tamiya buff, which is, I've got it here. I used two colours. I used Tamiya buff, which is XF57, and I used Tamiya desert yellow, which is XF59. And all I did was I sprayed all over the whole model, every bit from head to foot, with the buff. Very, very lightly, as a very light mist coat, almost nothing at all. It's an old school modeller's technique to make all the different colours on a model blend together. So if you've got different, say, colour panels, whether it's a spaceship or a person or a car or whatever it is, it's not just for dirt and dust at the bottom of the ground level, it's for all over. It brings all the colours together. It has the same effect as a filter, but it's a very, very light airbrush layer, so it's almost invisible. And then I make it heavier at the bottom where the dust and dirt. Then do a second attack of the desert yellow just at the very bottom, and that brings it from a nice dusky colour to real earthy tones, sandy earth tones. And it just makes everything look a bit more alive. And it's dead easy. It takes 10 minutes. It's not hard at all. Bit of skill to not do it too much and just paint everything tan, but it's a real good old school way to get dusty effects if you don't want to go the whole hog with pastels and oil paints and things like that. And that's what I've been doing. I'm hoping to have it done in the next 2 to 3 weeks now. I've got this week
putting a time frame on it now. Ooh.
Well, this week's schedule is I've got all the ink outlining to do. I've got my bottle of ink. I've got my very fine Winsor & Newton Triple Aught Series 7 brush, and I've got hundreds of armour parts and inner frame to do all the ink outlining on. So that's this week, and then the week after that I've got the diorama and the figure and some bits. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully I should have it all done, and I can start then on the big Millennium Falcon for eModels.
Yay.
Oh.
So yes. So anyway, did I do bench and belly? Yes, I did bench and belly.
Yes, you did. You asked that. I've just been having a look.
Yes. I don't know what Ted does because I don't know the order.
Oh, we don't know. We just make it up as we go along. Normally,
we just let him get on with it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. LD says Frost Giant on the bench, ham, cheese, and puckle. And then it sort of stopped. Oh, and pickle sarnie belly. There, I just found it a couple of comments down. Yep.
That was almost Kiwi. You were like ham, cheese, and pickle. Oh no. I've got a pickle on my sandwich.
Donald McKenzie says belly, cheesy, hammy, eggy, nothing on bench as I'm at work.
Ooh. Where I'm not up to date on the chat.
Yeah, I'm on Sprue and Glue, who's got bacon and egg sarnies and a 1/72 scale Strato Fortress.
I don't know where that is then. We're all in different places. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping up with the chat because I'm too busy pressing buttons. Carry on, you two.
Yeah, I've got to find out where everybody is. Robert says fresh lemon sponge cake on the bench. Interior parts for second compartment of the 148th U-boat drying down after some weathering. Explains his lateness.
Speedy Curate says Hasagawa Chibi Hughes 300 helichopper and 3 cheese pasta was a bit bland and boring. I could have told you that. Anything with more than 1 cheese is usually like bleh.
It just gets a bit stodgy, yeah.
Yeah, we have like a selection of pizzas in the freezer, and it's like we'll go through the jerk chicken or the spicy beef or the roasted vegetables, and they'll be like, "What have we got left?" We've got the 4 cheese pizza. I'd rather eat cardboard.
You could put other stuff on it as well, couldn't you?
Well, we always get to the multi-cheese pizza when there's nothing in the fridge to put on it, like spring onions or anything. We've run out of everything else, and it's like, oh, really? Last resort. It's not fun.
Paul Horner watching more for on TV documentary about the Luftwaffe. Apparently, by 1944, their planes were terrible build quality. All my builds must be from that era.
Yeah, there's who British Leyland based their factory on. Little bit of 1980s politics there,
That was impressive. I'll give you that.
Yeah, throwback to all the old people out there. Jamie Bone says, I've got to try and navigate, but if you see me looking around, it's because I've got to press different buttons. Jamie Bone says something somewhere. Where is it? Bench making room for the Meg 135th Mark V VW, World War I tank. There's a VW there. With full interior, awesome. Belly, fish finger sandwich. Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
Fish finger sandwich, mashed potatoes and beans with blancmange for pudding. Oh, I've not had blancmange since like primary school. I really want some now.
I've had one of them since I left home.
I know. I have to say, given that Jamie Bone always comes into our Sunday streams and is always having like roast chicken dinners and full roast beef dinners, and tonight it's fish finger butties. Good effort.
Good man.
Osric says hot dogs 3 and a 148th Sierran seaplane. I don't know what Sierran. Is that what I'm thinking?
Seiran. It's a seaplane.
It's a seaplane, and it's 148 scale, and he's had 3 hot dogs. 3's a good number of hot dogs.
Yeah, 3. It's the perfect number.
Natalie,
I'm looking for some in the chat. My chat's gone a bit.
Okay, right. And jump in when you can. Natalie, belly chips, garlic chicken Kievs with sweet corn. Bench empty. Has not managed to get my MLI 7 class airbrush this weekend. Hopefully next weekend.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Cynical Steve says bench still gluing random things to an old Star Wars toy so it doesn't look like one. Because if we remember, Steve likes to make things out of garbage.
Oh, good.
Yogurt pots and cups, and they look fantastic. And belly was a walnut whip. Oh, wow. Was a walnut whip. Only not because they no longer have walnuts and are just called whips. What?
There's a thing. There's not very many actual walnut whips around anymore because of nut allergies and stuff like that. But yeah, they're just whips. They don't have walnuts in them anymore.
What about all the people that aren't allergic to walnuts?
Then they can still find them, but they're harder to find.
But aren't there more people that would be not allergic to walnuts than would be allergic to walnuts?
Yeah, but I think the difference is that the ones that are not allergic to them aren't likely to die if they eat one.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know.
James Chapman has got nothing in the belly yet, and on the bench a 1600 Starship Enterprise, the original series.
Jolly good. James Chapman asks me, Fox, have you got the email I sent to Ted earlier? I've not got the email open, unfortunately. We had a bit of last minute panic with Ted not being here, so we've not done that. So I do apologise. Yes. Kitchen Table Modeler says, Belly, homemade beef stew and mashed tatties. On the bench, a kitchen table, painting my 135th Academy models AH1Z. I'm now wanting beef stew. You know what gets me is whenever I play a video game where there's like food, and there's always like you walk up to, it could be any kind of game from Skyrim to Red Dead Redemption to anything, and there's like invariably a pan or a cauldron or a pot of stew somewhere in the game over a fire. And every time I see that in a game, it always looks delicious, and I get really, really hungry for beef stew. So playing like The Witcher and stuff and Skyrim is torture.
Lord Barkley says he's close to finishing my Plague Burst crawler and eating a bar of Dairy Milk Oreo.
Ooh, I've lost where you are now.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's just jumped now, so I've got no chance of finding back where I was.
Donald McKenzie, belly, cheesy, hammy, eggy, nothing on bench as he is at work.
Nah.
Yeah, I think I did that one earlier.
Phil Lewis says, belly, salad with ham, leftover roast potatoes and a pickled egg. Pickled egg, there you go. That's very southern, isn't it, Colin?
Pickled egg. Mate, I've never had one.
Isn't that like the classics? Oh no, it's jelly deals, isn't it?
Jelly
deals.
deals, mate. Yeah.
What's pickled egg? Is that us northern monkeys then?
Yeah, you're the same with that corned beef with the egg in the middle stuff and all, aren't you?
No, I'm not quite that posh.
Michael Jackerman says, I will be purchasing my next project on Friday from eModels. Birthday cash has arrived. eModels, that'll be thingy, wouldn't it? Friday.
Yes, that's this Friday, Black Friday.
Yeah, Osric 9000 saying he's started eating mince pies already. Because
Oh,
he
dear
loves
God.
mince pies. Good man.
We never actually said what Phil Lewis was doing on his bench. He says, bench an eModels mug of tea, which I will be slurping noisily throughout the show. Good girl.
Good man.
Yeah, although I find slurping coffee much more nicer than slurping tea. Tea just seems to have like a mingy flavour if you slurp it too much.
Have you done Lewis Williams yet, you guys?
Don't think so.
Don't know.
Go for it.
He's got the same as Nat, and on the bench he's got the 1/24 Hellcat
That's
and
it, yep.
a jar of royal blue paint.
Okay.
Ooh.
Was that a captain's spillage or an intentional paintage of said aircraft?
I don't know. Simon Payne says bellies are fry up as running late. Bacon, sausage, mushrooms, tomatoes, chips, egg, and Bechmans. What's Bechmans?
Don't know.
Bechmans. What?
Where is
Simon-
Isn't that what that's building material, isn't it? Is
He
that...
says Bechman. Simon. He says and Bechman's XX. Is that a sauce?
Is that a beer?
Is
Simon,
it two kisses?
Oh, it could be a beer. It could be a beer. Simon Payne, you need to clarify what Bechman's double X is. Maybe it's a beer.
No, I think the double X is just kisses for us.
Okay, is that
I'm
because
pretty
we're
sure
lovely?
Oh,
Oh. Let's have a look. Anders Ericsson says, hey, wait a minute. Anders Ericsson says, belly, hamburger. That's not salad.
No,
Doesn't he normally have salad on a Monday?
I believe so. Yes.
yeah. Mondays is normally salad night.
Cheat
like-
day.
It's like Ted's not here. Anders is eating flesh of the beasts of the field. Everything's gone weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, the belly hamburger, no bread, and mashed potatoes for lunch. A couple of sandwiches, one with meatballs and one with simple cheese this evening. None of that is salad. Wow. Good effort. And also on the bench, the old 1/16th Panzer IV. Still there. Yeah.
Phil
Long
Cat
project.
in the belly, he's got grolsch and pepperoni pizza, and on the bench, Warhammers.
Yes, good effort.
Ross Medlock says, I'm nearly finished my 1/100th Strato Fortress by Tamiya that I only started last night.
Cool.
Cool.
Sleep at some point. We do recommend it. Never Model Making says to whoever it was that was doing the Hellcat, was it? I've forgotten who it was now. The Hellcat takes a lot of paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, Nevbo is making that on the eModels channel.
Yep.
A video went up last week, actually, where he started work on the parts, apparently.
Yes. Anders says, diet day tomorrow, cheating today.
Good girl. Zadster says, I wonder if on foodie streams they ask what model kits people are making. Yeah, welcome to the food room. We spend 3 hours talking about model kits and 10 minutes about food.
On a side note, Stuart Islop saying since he's late in tonight, I hope Ted is okay. Yeah, Ted's fine. His computer's broke, but he is in the chat.
Well, he was. He might have fallen asleep or...
Yeah, he might have nodded off in the chat whilst...
Oh, he's probably fast asleep in chat.
He might have been poking at his computer and electrocuted himself, but
Yeah, pressing buttons again, seeing he's broke everything.
Simon Payne clarifies. He says it wasn't Beshman's double X. He says Beecham's cold and flu. Sorry, full of flu, so nothing on bench.
Going, oh, is that a new beer?
So basically, Simon Payne's like, no, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, bunged.
Skipper Ted says, I'm awake.
Yeah,
I'm awake. Yay. Dad says, hello, Mama Fox. She always watches. I don't know, actually, because I don't think she... Oh, she might be, because she said
find out
tonight...
in 5 seconds.
Well, we got... Yeah, we'll find out in 5 seconds. We got dumped last week because she was watching I'm Not a Celebrity, Get Me a Career, because she watches that drivel. But she says to me tonight, she went, I'm not going to watch you on the telly tonight because I need to record I'm Not a Celebrity, Get Me a Career. So I think she might be watching us on the iPad. Because I don't think... Hang on, I can hear footsteps.
yeah, that's why we're behaving.
Yeah.
So we do have a responsible adult watching.
Oh, shit. She's watching, yes. Good girl. Everybody's saying hi, Fox's mum. Hi, Mama Fox.
Yeah, we're all been good.
Let's have a look. Where are we up to? I think I'm up to date on the chat.
I think we just caught down there, yeah.
Yeah, Zadster says feather duster incoming.
Mama Fox says hello to everybody.
Yeah. Shall we nip across to the What's in Store early tonight?
Yes. For the love of Dog, please do.
Can I just unsuspend all my tabs then?
Oh, I'd recommend. Have you, Colin? Are you using the Great Suspender by any chance?
Remove your suspenders.
Yeah. Just unsuspend as you get to them. Don't open them all up now, because then you just burn your PC up. That's what I was doing last week. I just had them all suspended until.
Mine kind of delays, doesn't it? And then you mock me mercilessly because my computer's slow. That's why you're doing it, isn't it?
It's not as slow as Ted's though. So
look at post-it note whilst talking to Fox because he's trying to say
do not swear. Do not swear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll just do a quick screen share for you.
Yeah. Right. Well, let me do. If you want to do the blurb, Colin, do you want to do the blurb, Chris?
Can I try it? Can I?
You can have the blurb buttons.
The twiddling things.
Oh, you can do the wiggle.
You can do the blurb, mate, if you want.
Right. You can do the wiggles.
Are we ready?
Yeah. I've got a menu discipline and not scroll up whilst Chris is reading. Then, right. Yeah.
Well, don't forget that we're giving away one of the mugs. Look, an eModels mug, just like that one. Which
if you're in the north, it's a mug
as well, but it's sharing the screen. So yes, you can win and mug. All you have to do is guess the theme that encompasses all of Colin's selections from What's in Store this week. Although there is a red herring in there, so yeah. So most of Colin's selections of What's in Store this week will be based on a theme. All you have to do is guess what it is. But before you do that, you have to make sure that you're live in the chat to do it. Because if you're not in the chat, you can't do it. So you've got to make sure you click and drag. Right there, innit? Click and drag.
Oh, all I can do
do that again, Chris. I missed it.
And drag.
Oh, it's like having Anthea Redfern in the background as Bruce Forsyth explains something.
Is it like Mexican wave?
I could never work in the BBC News Centre because I'd be the guy on the computer in the background going, well, the guy's trying to tell you news about like the Queen being dead or something.
Yeah. You're just happy because you got it right earlier on, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know what I got.
Right. Done it as well in the chat, so he's put click and drag.
Yes. Anyway, I shall lock it on the Colinius. What have you got for us, young man?
The first selection we've got tonight is the Italieri 1/24 scale Iveco Stralis Highway Euro plastic model kit.
None of those words are real words. They're just nonsense.
Trying to make it sound suave, windswept, and interesting.
Yes.
It's the new truck series, and you can also get the trailers for these from eModels as well. So if you fancy doing a complete truck and trailer ensemble, you can.
You just say ensemble?
I did.
Ooh, are we getting all high class now? Ted's not here.
We are, aren't we? And it's because I'm
classy words and everything.
You can't see me reading off a bit of cardboard.
Well, I have been told not to do the click and drag anymore.
Okay.
So Foxx is going to be doing that again next week.
In the event of sudden decompression.
So you've got a bit of spruage going on there.
I do like the way Italeri do their sprues in that sometimes they'll just, like people like Bandai or Airfix, they'll try and make them jam-pack the sprues as much as possible. And you get Italeri and these like big heaving gaps.
Big heaving gaps. I mean, look at the size of the mesh sheet you get as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's enough mesh there to do loads of meshy stuff.
All your meshing needs.
Yeah. Nice set of decals there as well for a bit of go faster paintwork.
There's a few Akudagram little markings on there. You could get some Star Trek stuff going on.
Loads of different registration plates as well to give you the options there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you say, was Foxx was saying, look at the spaces you get.
Yeah, there's like some real, like maybe not that sprue so much, but some of the sprues, it's like there's some real weird layout decisions.
And is that Ted peeking out behind that?
I think it might be.
I think it might be.
But yeah, so that's what that kit is, and it's kit number 3899, and it's a 1/24 scale Iveco Stralis Highway Euro truck.
Zadster says that Santa's creepy. He is a bit kind of.
Is it to scale as well? Is that the box isn't quite that big, is it?
I don't think that's actually.
No,
it's not Dora sized.
I've built several of the Italieri trucks over the years, and
So is that a tiny Santa?
That Santa does look a bit creepy, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a little bit. I can't say the name who I want because of Next on the list, mock freely.
It's all right. It feels an extra couple of minutes. It's all right.
I like the fact you're choosing all the ones with weird words in the names that you've got to
I
pronounce.
know. I didn't really give this much thought, did I?
Yeah.
Next up, we've got an helicopter, and it's the Revell 1/32 scale Eurocopter Heeresflieger, German Army Aviation. Sergeant Bell fell off his chair, no doubt.
I thought you just said German Army.
German Army.
I think you said German Army.
German Army, if I did, apologies.
Edward's in the chat. He's reminding us that we didn't do Ted's bit, and it's not yours till you check it out and slap it in the basket. Yeah. They've only got one of them. We don't know how many they've got.
That's true.
Slap it in your basket.
Yeah. Well, like Ted always says, then while we're going through these, don't forget, of course, we don't know how many of these they have in stock. They might have one. They might have a million. So if you really fancy any of these things you're about to see, what you need to do is
slap it in your basket.
Well, it's like having Ted here. And remember,
it's not yours till you check it out for them.
Close enough.
It's theirs until it's yours.
Allow myself to introduce myself. Oh. Yeah, so if you fancy any of these, don't leave it in your basket at the end of the show, because if they've got one in stock and somebody else pays for it first, they get it and you don't. And you get sadness. So
yeah,
check it out. So
slap it in your basket.
It's not yours till you check it out.
Great.
Hurry back, Ted.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, we miss you, Ted.
Yeah, teacher's away and we're messing around now.
Yes.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, it's the Revell level. That's a level 5, that helicopter.
Yeah.
That means it's got all the parts. I like the way all the images are of the box.
It's got opening and closing doors, which is a lot easier than my one I'm doing.
Yeah. Hey, why did I make all the doors open? Oh, why did I have that? Why did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look a bad helicopter there for 26 quid.
Yeah.
Quite impressed with that.
The level 5 stuff is actually really quite good.
Very technical, isn't it, by the look of it? But
it's a helicopter. I'm already getting the yips just looking at it, so one thing I'll never make is a helicopter, because I just haven't got that skill.
Yeah, but, I'm kind of... I've earned bragging rights now that I've built a 1/24 Fury. Anything is easy now.
Hey, you ain't finished it yet. You're not over that hill just yet, young man.
I might even go out and build a Gundam just to celebrate. No,
steady.
Scratch that idea.
Ted's in the chat. He says, I'm actually wanting to say, slap it in your basket.
Yeah.
It's like having him here, isn't it?
So, I bet he did actually say it. I reckon he's sitting there saying it.
Jamie Bone has asked for this, so I have to say...
You don't have to.
Probing.
There you go.
Yeah, that one.
That's probably really loud, so I do apologise.
That one is £26.99p and is currently in stock.
Yeah. So Anders Ericsson says, now I start to understand who normally keeps things in order.
Yeah. So if you want one of these, then remember to slap it in your basket.
Slap it in your basket. Das ist richtig.
Or basket. It's more
basket.
Basket, isn't it?
And by the way, if you don't want to win and this is a Warhammer, then if you don't want to win an eModels mag, you can win an eModels mug if you're northern.
Yeah.
Just what can they win, Chris?
Mug.
Cat.
Cup.
Item number 3 on that list is a
Revell
1/72 scale 100 years of the RAF Eurofighter Typhoon.
Just as well we started early, really, isn't it? Because it could take a while.
Yeah. Did that plane ever get finished, or is it still like half built and a bit rubbish, or did it ever get? Because it seemed to be like a boondoggle that went on forever.
I honestly don't know. I mean, I just looked at that and liked the look of it, because normally you get the like the Tiger ones, don't you? And all the different. I think Michael's built one, if I'm right.
Yeah, but I always got the impression that Eurofighter was like it never quite got finished because it was always a technical nightmare.
It was more expensive than they thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it cost a lot of money quite to clean that up, and it wasn't particularly great at the task it was given. So.
No, I seem to remember it's been described as the most complicated plane. It virtually impossible to fly without fly-by-wire.
Yeah, without the electronics or the computers, it wouldn't be able to fly apparently. But yeah, that's done in commemorative RAF colours to celebrate the 100 years of the RAF. So.
Yeah, the people in chat, Zazda says Eurofighter is in active service. Jamie
cool.
says that Typhoon flew last year in the air shows.
Oh,
yeah, they did finish it.
Canberra, yeah.
Yeah, I just got this. I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about planes, but I always got the impression it was kind of one of those things that it
yeah, I do have one of these in me stash. So yeah, it's a nice looking plane. As you can see, a nice bit of weathering done on there as well.
Is that the theme? Is it stuff that Colin's got in his stash?
Well, there's more than one of these is in my stash, but I ain't.
Yeah. Osric 9000 throws a little bit of shade to our colonial cousins and says, the Eurofighter has been in service for several years now and it's cheaper than the F-35. All the burn.
Certainly is.
Yeah.
So that's the Revell 1/72nd scale, 100 years RAF Eurofighter Typhoon.
Yeah. Jamie asked Colin
Daily over the lakes.
Yeah. Jamie asked Colin to say something, but we are a family-friendly show, I'm afraid, Jamie. So.
I can't see the chat.
We won't be doing that anymore.
Yes.
So.
I'll say 4 candles instead.
4 candles.
4 candles.
Well, that's item number 3 at £17.99.
Oh, it's number 3. Someone's got to buy number 3. That's the way it works.
Cash in. Oh yeah, who's buying that then? Is it
in stock?
Yep. Cash in number 4, please.
Item number 4 on
Peggy 18
is a Tamiya 1/35th scale British SAS Pink Panther Land Rover.
I know this one.
Now, whoever had the Airwolf theme in the head from the helicopter earlier has now got the Pink Panther theme in the head.
Yeah,
yeah. I think
like the quirkiness of it. I really do. I'm tempted to take a punt on one of these myself. You know,
it is a beautiful kit. It's a classic, it's an old Tamiya kit, and even their vintage stuff is fantastic.
Yeah.
Most of us who've been doing this for more than 15, 20 years, and most of us who've grown up in the 70s and 80s making models will probably have at some point, if not be familiar with this, will have built one. I've built one.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, it's classic late 70s, early 80s Tamiya kit, which means it's just as good today as it would have been 40 years ago. It stands up to modern competition, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And they were.
Oh, sorry, mate.
I was going to say they're pink because they will be hidden on the horizon against the desert sunset.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's why they were pink, which means they were useless any other time during the day.
Yeah.
So for like 19 hours out of the day, they were absolutely useless. For that little 10 minutes
waiting for the sun to go down.
It's like, right, you've got 10 minutes to get from here, 100 miles north. Go really fast.
Yeah, because one of my mates wants me to do the Land Rover for him, but he wants it chopped so that it's a short wheelbase. So.
Oh yeah.
It's the only way you can build them in it, let's be honest.
Just make him a Jeep and tell him it's old. One.
Yeah, but that's actually not a bad price either.
Cheap, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
is currently in stock.
For people who are looking to get into, let's say, that's not pink. For people that are looking to get into armour, so either World War II armour or even modern day armour, tanks, vehicles, AFVs, things like that. World War II or modern day, doesn't matter. If you're looking at getting into that part of the hobby, let's say you've never done it before, but you don't want to dive in with a 50 or 60 quid Dragon or Tacom AFV kit with all the photo etch and everything else, you just want to try something out, then have a look at Tamiya stuff or Tamiya stuff. eModels are the UK's largest retailer of Tamiya, and because a lot of this is 30 or 40 years old, it's not like this. It's 12 quid.
Yeah.
But this kit is, if you put some photo etch in, it would be just as good as a modern Tacom kit. That's how good the old Tamiya stuff is. They are that good that you're getting outstanding kits. But because they're not modern kits, they're older kits, they're fantastic. They're a great introduction. They're beautiful, go together beautifully because Tamiya were masters of this.
Looks like that one comes with the driver as well. Says on the
book. Oh yeah, they always come with figures.
Big figure. So.
Yeah. If you were looking at getting into not armored tanks and stuff, but just like vehicles, World War II vehicles, and just dipping your toe in, I would strongly recommend the Pink Panther, the Tamiya Pink Panther, and also the Tamiya Krupp Prots, and well, 3 of them. This one, the Krupp Prots, if you can find it, and what they call the 2.25 ton cargo truck, German cargo truck, which is the Opel Blitz. All 3 of those are beautiful kits.
Yeah,
beautifully go together. They're like 20 quid at most. They're not expensive, and they're a great way to dip your toe without spending a fortune. And if you like them, then it all opens up to you. So
Absolutely, it's a good way of getting into that genre at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, most manufacturers, if you look at their 30 or 40-year-old models, they're garbage. If you look at Tamiya's stuff, they're absolutely brilliant. So you've got a whole catalogue of dirt cheap models there to try your hand, especially tanks. If you want to try out tanks, give them a go.
and that is, like you say, £11.25, and is currently in stock.
Osric 9000 says the Tamiya's old Churchill tank is good, bigger than you'd think. I would probably guess about 35 times smaller than the real thing. Just had a guess.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. Next up, we've got a book, and it is Landscapes of War: The Greatest Guide, and it's dioramas, and there's all kinds of World War II European dioramas in there.
Ooh, look at
Different
that.
ideas in the book on things that you can add to your dioramas, and it's one of those, if you're serious about putting your models on a little dio, then this is the book for you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realise that a lot of material like this is available from companies like MiG and AK Interactive. They do a lot of the same stuff. They both do a lot of good illustrated book guides to all kinds of things, from tanks, how to do painting, how to do building, dioramas. They are invaluable. If you're looking at getting serious about a part of the hobby, pick up some of these books. They give you so much information, and these, like you see there, they have lots of reference pictures and ideas and stuff, but they also have step-by-step guides.
How to make frames for the buildings and stuff. It really is a great...
Yeah, I mean, YouTube and internet are great for reference, but nothing quite beats having it in an actual book that you can flick through the pages and thumb through, and
And when I was a kid, I had a book called How to Make Models. And it was a hardback book. And I've talked about it before. It had the stupid Napoleonic guys where half his face was painted red because he's written it to make his lips look red. And it was like the rest of it was beautifully painted, but his mouth looked like a clown.
Yeah.
But I was like, my 12, 13-year-old, and I pored over that book endlessly for years, looking at the photographs and looking at the pictures of the tanks and the vehicles, and having all these dreams that I want to do that one day, and I want to paint like this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For people starting out who aren't, they're just starting in the hobby, whatever age they are, to have these guides that say, here's how you do it, but also picture after picture after picture of beautiful models that you can look at and fawn over and draw and think, it's just I find
like about the MiG books as well is it gives you, like you say, the step-by-step stuff, but you get to see it, all the hyper detail and how he does it as he does it, and it's really good stuff.
The funny thing with the Ammo by MiG stuff as well is he doesn't just restrict himself to his products. So quite often they'll show it's not him doing it, it's usually like it's somebody he's got to do it, but it'll often show other products as well.
Yeah,
not always, but sometimes.
So that's currently in stock, and that is $29.95.
Chock full O stuff, and that's volume 3, so there are other volumes.
So if you fancy a really good read and a how-to on your dioramas, then that will be the book for you. And last up, we have got another kit that Fester's got in his stash.
Another one he might...
The 1/24 scale Schlingmann. HLF 20 man TGM Euro 6 fire truck.
Schlingmann.
And I can honestly say it is massive. I've done the 1/24 bus, and I've got this, as I say, just up on my left-hand side. And for the money, for the £53, it's worth it. I would thoroughly recommend this.
Wow. Die Schlingmann ist ein großen Trucken gefahren mit the Detailen und the bits.
Your racks and everything in the back, your generators.
Ooh.
You've got O's.
God knows. No, mon repose.
Equipment.
Oh, they got a coffee machine. They got a tea urn. What's a tea urn? Don't know, about $3.40 an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, you've got all your different bits and bobs that the firemen use there.
Have you got handles?
You got fork handles, door handles, O's, letter O's, cones, you name
cones.
it.
Feuerwehr.
And
that looks fantastic.
It's the European style of fire engine, so it comes as a left-hand drive, but you've literally got all the stowage bays and everything for the equipment. So if you
wow, look at the terrible paint job.
Yeah, I know. If you fancy something, a
That's how you
little
know it's a
different,
Revell. That's how you know it's a Revell kit, because they pay the most talentless hacks to paint their box art. I don't understand how they do it, but they
I
do.
always think of the shiny SWAT guy.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, and that always
Yeah.
makes me think whenever I see that.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I actually got into conversation once with someone who actually paints Revell box art models.
Oh no.
Not anything we'd see in this country, particularly, it's like American
Yeah.
stuff. But I got into conversation with this guy once, and wow, I mean,
Really?
everybody watching this program right now could paint a billion times better than this guy.
Yeah.
And he thought he was the bee's knees, and I'm like, dude, damn. Yeah, so I guess it's comforting that most people watching this will be able to think I can do better than that.
Oh
And I
yeah.
bet they
I
can.
mean, if you fancy a go at that, there's 295 parts in
Hmm.
there. It's 36 centimeters long, so that's a fair size kit.
Bit of a heifer. I've heard tell, because this is the weird thing, and I'm not making this up. I really am not making this up. For some reason, amongst my circle of people I know online, fire trucks are like the hot. I nearly said something I shouldn't have said then. They are like the shizzle.
Yeah.
They're like, everybody's building fire engines. I'm like, why? But it's just
for
everybody's
people like me that like a bit of electricity.
You just like firemen, just admit it.
Oh no, that's the wife. She's got the cleanest car this side of the M25, mate. Yeah, it's showed in condition, mate. 'Cause the firemen clean the cars down here.
But it does seem to be at the moment that the fire trucks are the business, and I have a few people have said to me this specific kit is.
Oh yeah, it really is a good one, because, like you say, if you're into your lighting and that, you can do your wigwag lights, you can do audio and all sorts of things. So
Stu Hyam's asking about how you enter the thing for the mug. Wait till when we've finished showing all what's in store, not before. Colin will say, "What's the theme for tonight?" Go. And as soon as he says go, the first person to put the correct answer in chat wins the mug or mag.
Mug.
Yeah.
Mug.
Or a mug.
Mug.
So I'll do a quick review.
Was that it? Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one, mate.
Okay. Yay.
So first up, apologies for the delay, was the Italieri Iveco Stralis Highway Euro truck.
You're just making up words now, aren't you?
I am.
The Iveco Mlemlo Flembilis Blimble 25D.
Yeah, I can sit here and go flummity flum flum.
Flimmity flum flum flum.
You've got the Revell Eurocopter German Army version. So I didn't have to say the other big word.
The Heeresflieger. That means army flyer.
Army.
Oh,
But if it's a flying thing, wouldn't that be Air Force and not Army?
Yeah.
No, because you can have Navy, Air Force people as well, can't you? Navy flyers.
Yeah, but here is the Army.
Number 3 is the Revell Eurofighter Typhoon.
100
years of the RAF.
Not Typhoon. It's different.
No,
it says GNA on the side.
Mate.
GNA.
Then you've got the Tamiya SAS Pink Panther Land Rover.
Yeah, I love the idea of the SAS sneaking about in a bright pink truck. It's just fantastic.
I know.
There's something delightful about that.
Then you've got the Landscapes of War dioramas book.
Yes.
And last but least, the Revell Schlingmann Man TGM Euro 6 fire engine.
Yes. Now I will say before Colin finishes, I will say obviously one of these is a red herring.
Yes.
And one of them you had to look quite carefully. One of them isn't as obvious, and you have to really read words.
Yeah, no, our viewers are well aware of how to do this. They're all right. They're good.
I think they're not as
stupid as me.
We think they are.
I think they're more intelligent than most of us. So yeah,
no one's stupid as me.
It'll be okay.
Stop sharing as everyone refreshed and dragged.
It's too late now.
It's too late now. Yes.
Go.
Oh, there you go. Who's got the chat open? I've got the chat open. I don't know if I'm on top chat or live chat.
We're waiting to see.
I'll let you decide, Colin, because you know exactly what the answer is.
Yeah, I have got straight away. James Chapman has come in with Europe.
He has indeed.
He has indeed. You just said that.
Yeah. So well done, James Chapman. Drop your email to Ted at eModels.
Up there somewhere.
UK, somewhere up there.
Everyone's saying Euro, except for Gemma, who says Colin's choices.
Yeah, they are good, Gemma. I do like going for the obvious. And in case anyone's not sure, Euro there is on the fire. Oh, I'm not screen sharing, am I?
Oh, you're not screen sharing, are you?
But yeah, they got the thing.
I think enough people got it that it's not. It doesn't need.
And if anybody was wondering, the one with the landscapes book, the actual SKU code was Euro something or other.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the title.
It was that thin.
Yeah.
My choice.
He's getting there. I've got them all under my wing. I'm training them all up, so they'll get there eventually. But yeah,
It's like trust us. One week, Colin will be like, "What's the theme? Models that I chose for what's in store." That's the theme.
Yeah.
Whereas my theme would be like things that aren't in Elite Dangerous.
I thought if I put one in that looks to Chris as if I've put a bit of effort in, he might stop picking on me.
Yeah, no, that's never going to happen.
You know, you went all New Zealand again, you know.
You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Frankie Goes Hobbywood says Colin is learning German speaking and he is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cheers, dude.
Yeah. So
Check's in the post.
So Colin, you're now doing all the subtitles for our German audience.
Oh,
once the
I'm
show's
the
rendered.
translator, am I?
Yeah.
Mark Scope says he's missing Ted tonight.
Yeah.
We're all missing Ted tonight.
Is he basically saying that we're rubbish?
Yeah.
Is that like saying that dress looks good on you?
Yeah.
It's like one of them little double-edged.
James has sent an email which we'll pick up later.
Yay. Sprooglue says Ted come back, all is forgiven.
I don't know about all.
Nah.
No, we forgive some.
We really it is really like, oh, wow, I just carry on. That sentence fell over completely. It really is like having the
question. He says, I keep putting this question in the chat, but we keep missing it. Sorry about that. Has anyone used the Meng AK Interactive World War One paint sets?
No.
No.
I think Ted might have.
I think Ted's used some of the not specific. He's got that World War One resin figure that he's working on, but I don't know what paints he's got.
I know he's got a set, but I'm not sure what ones they are. And the AK set that he's got.
Ted, of course, is in chat, although he may not necessarily be awake.
He asked if he won, so he might be awake.
Oh, okay.
But also, it might be a long type question that he's got to type a long answer to. So keep an eye on chat. If Ted does answer, it'll be like a paragraph long, and it will take him 10 minutes to type it. So.
I can imagine the.
Oh no, it's just like it says. All the paint sets are good.
Yeah, I can imagine AK Interactive. AK Interactive do make good paints, so I can't imagine there being a problem with those. To be honest, they're certainly easier to use than the ammo paints, which are a bit finicky and need a bit of expertise before you use them.
The selections they put in them are generally very good, aren't they? Yes. If they say it's for World War One boats, then it will be exactly what you need for World War One boats. Yep. He's putting the chicken out, says Lord Bot. No, he wasn't. He was there. He's there. He's answered. He's all right. Ted's on the ball. He might not be on the computer, but he's still paying attention. Yeah.
But it really is like a house full of wayward kittens, us three in it. But without Ted around, we're just like climbing up the curtains and eating the sofa and pooping in the carpet.
And now we don't know what to do.
And now there's pot plants all over the place, and it's all gone wrong.
But it's that keeping one eye on the chat there, because we know he's there watching us, and he will tell us off next week with that disappointing look you used to get off your mum when she found out what you've been up to.
I think he's probably painting something. So in reality, have you ever seen that Gary Larson's cartoon where it's what we say to dogs and what dogs actually hear? So basically we're talking away, and in reality Ted's there painting, and what he can hear is blah 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 Ted blah 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 Ted blah what.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
You need to catch him, because it's only when we say his name that it appears in chat.
Ted, how's your computer? Is it on yet? Ted, have you fixed it, Ted?
What happens if you say his name 3 times?
Doesn't he appear in the room or something?
4 candles on his bench. And it's like, why is his computer working?
Ted's watching and making notes on your performance.
So it's a little bit scary.
We'll better start doing the lines now then, ain't we? Someone was saying that the answer was said before I said go. Don't forget our chat does run differently to what you guys see your end.
Yes, if you answer before the person says go, we just point and laugh at you. Yeah. But if you but we do see the chat. We see the chat as it appears there.
Yeah.
When you type at your end, you'll see your answer appear instantly, but that's not the real world because your answer still has to go to YouTube and then come back. So we see the actual YouTube chat, which is what you see there. I think that's what they see.
That comes after we've said it, and that was the case.
But that chat there, that chat that's to the side there, that might not be actual full live chat. That might just be like top chat. I don't know which one it is. So we even don't go off that one. We go off the one we can see in front of us here.
And that's even slower.
Yeah, but I think he was saying basically he answered before you said go, in which case we'd have to point and laugh at him.
Yeah.
Ted says, depending on how my hearing aid is set, I can hear everything or nothing.
Yeah. Depends on the proximity to Mrs. Ted and what she wants building.
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any of that.
I'm being told off, then I just mute.
Yeah.
And then sit there and go.
Yeah, he's got a special filter on his hearing aid that filters out words like shelves, bathroom, fireplace.
Yeah.
Install, put up, build.
That's caught me out several times though, because it'll be, well, when I asked you whether I could get 3 pairs of shoes, you nodded.
Yeah, because are you just doing the rustling the paper and going, yes, dear?
Yeah, I just switch off. See.
Yeah.
Are we done? Can we go?
I don't know what happens next. Oh, I keep forgetting I've got to steer this thing, haven't I?
Ted, Chris is misbehaving again. Tell him off.
Are we there yet? Right, so that was what's in store. Like we said, we don't know how many there are. So if any of those did tickle your fancy, get them in your basket now and get them slapped in and get them paid for and get them checked out. Don't forget, of course, not that we're saying you shouldn't buy stuff tonight, but don't forget, of course, you should buy all those things you want tonight. However, this Friday, it's a very, very important day. It's the most important day of the year because this Friday is Black Friday. Because we're American, apparently.
Yes.
That great American British tradition, Black Friday. It is Black Friday, and that means huge savings in store on everything. Everything in store. Massive... I know said disruptions then. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, even more savings than the normal savings.
Yes. So lots of savings. Everything in store normally is 10% off RRP anyway, but there'll be even more reductions for Black Friday. So if you pick stuff up tonight, by all means, you should do. Absolutely. But do come back on Friday and get stuff in your baskets from midnight at the start of the day Friday. So midnight as in 0000 to all the way around to midnight at the end of Friday is Black Friday time. And I've forgotten what the code is now, and I've not got the picture in front of me. I think there's
29.
There we go.
eModels 29. There you go.
And you know how I know that?
Go on.
Because I did a Telford. I thought Black Friday had just happened.
So you've now committed to memory.
I seem to be a week late at the moment.
Well, Mama Foxx she was on Amazon the other day. She was like, everything's on saying Black Friday offer. I'm like, that's next week. Why?
Yeah, they seem to be doing it all month, and but eModels are doing it properly. On Friday, it's Black Friday. That's when the sale happens.
Oh, I thought it had just gone because I took advantage of a couple of offers, and I was like, "Oh, it's come around quick. I'll have them then."
Yeah, it's a special pre-Black Friday offer where you pay the normal price.
So it's a slightly grey Friday then.
Yeah, but it's that great American British tradition of Black Friday. So yes, because it comes straight after our Thanksgiving, which obviously.
Sprue and Glue is saying, Gemma, spiders.
Oh, don't, because I'll get in trouble for that. I didn't do anything about it, and I'll get in trouble for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, now she's read it in chat, and you've just said it on the telly.
The trouble is, what you really don't want to say is that there's one just behind you. I can see it.
Ah, right. So I ignore that message you just sent me then, saying that remember to tell Gemma spiders.
Don't do that. That wasn't me. That was Sprue and Glue.
Yeah, he just read out what was in chat.
I just got shouted out upstairs though.
You realise when Ted's back, we'll have to do lines in detention.
Oh no, I must not. Yes. So anyway, yes, Black Friday this Friday. So go along store, get stuff in your basket, get it checked out. If you want to pick up, if you want to have a look now, you can stick stuff in your basket and check it out on Friday. It will also be in store. So if you they're going to think that. They might be closed on Friday to deal with the demand. I can't remember. Go to the eModels website. All the information's on there. I don't want to get it wrong. But I know that if you go in store, the code, it will still be valid on the Saturday in store only to give people, because they're going to be closed on the Friday. You can't go, if you live in the area, you can't go in because they're going to be battered. like James and John and the other guys, they're going to be absolutely rushed off their feet. So don't go in on Friday because you won't get in. But they are going to honour the code on the Saturday. So if you want to go and pick up a bargain and you're local, go in on the Saturday. You can use the code in store only on the Saturday.
You have to shout at them, though.
Yeah, you have to go out and say, I would like first class ticket to Nottingham, please.
Knox does say, what's the code? I've forgotten already, Fox. Fox has forgotten the code as well.
eModels 20.
The code word is based. Based.
No, it's eModels 29. So eModels, eModels 29. You can put that in when you're checking out.
Is that the date?
Yeah.
It's got to be about there, isn't it? Friday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Friday the 29th, mate.
But if you do go in and you can't get it right, just go.
The safe word is based.
Yeah, you have to get really close to James's head to say it, though.
Hey?
You have to grab hold of James's head and pull him in close.
Based.
I'm resisting the urge to do a very quiet. Never mind.
No. Right. They're talking about spiders now. It's not my fault.
Yeah, this all just gone wrong there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gemma's just going to stop watching any live streams that involve you because we had this last night.
It's not my fault.
Then again, it was all Gemma's fault last night because she mentioned spiders in the chat. So it's your own fault.
You broke the internet last night, didn't you? And Ted's broke it tonight. And...
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, Vincent's in. Mr. Lothmore Making. Hello.
Hey, Vincent.
Hello, Vince. All right, geese.
You've got a bit pixely again, Chris. So I'm going to refresh and see if that fixes it. Give me one second.
Have we had anything from the master?
I should hide.
Oh, that's a problem. I've not been checking the Skypes, have
I have, and no. Nothing special there at the moment.
I don't think.
Mate, no. You don't think? Yes, we knew.
No,
that.
I don't.
We were aware of that.
I'm guessing Pete Mate hasn't been left alone by Mrs. Pete Mate with
with
Skype and a gin and access to the database of products.
He hasn't been
for the last few weeks.
Unlike us three, he's got to be sensible tonight.
Yeah. Well, we did. For those that haven't watched before, we have the Pete Mate's the big boss, and we chat to him on Skype while we're doing the show. And sometimes we think when Mrs. Pete Mate, because Mrs. Pete Mate's the big boss, and he's the big boss. So when she goes out the room, he's there with his little gin and tonic, and he's like, "Guys, give this away." And then she comes back and he's like, "What? I didn't do anything. What? That wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I didn't do that." Yeah. So we never know when the governor might be watching and might give things away. So it's always worth watching to the end. Talking of giveaways,
should we give something away?
Yay!
even though Pete Mate hasn't told us, we can still just do it.
Yeah, let's just pick something at random out your butt right now.
Because we're rebels and Ted isn't here to tell us off.
And Ted's away.
Yeah, Dad's not here, so we can get a bit wayward.
If you're still questions about to be answered.
I've got a window open here. We could use that.
I am to have a window open.
Let me share my screen.
I'm locked onto you, my friend.
You're ready. I'm not ready yet.
Well, I'm locked on you anyway, so just.
I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I've got to be prepared. Right, I shall share that screen.
I think Gemma's learning that she really never needs to mention spiders in chat ever.
Yeah.
It's all gone wrong in chat now.
Yeah. Phil
Sorry,
says
Gemma.
we had a big spider in our bathroom that caught all the wasps that came into our house. That's a friendly spider.
Yeah.
That's true.
So glad I'm not you, Chris.
I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, let's just change the subject because
We're not giving away a spider.
somebody's getting in trouble, but it's not me.
No spider is in the giveaway today. We're giving away this IDF K9 unit. Ockets. I don't know what Ockets is. Is that the name of the dog? I don't know.
Oh, I see. I don't know.
It's the ICM, not IBM. They're different. IDF ICM 1/16 K9. Yeah, lots of words.
I like the fact you had the simplest product name of all the things we showed tonight, and it's the most mangled.
It was a police team officer with dog.
Puppy dog.
Bit. I mean, yeah, it's lovely. He looks quite intense. The guy, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's got a dog, and yes, that's it. 1/16 scale, so quite a nice, decent size. I think you have to provide your own leash.
Yeah,
it doesn't have a leash.
It does. You may need to, unless it's like a magic invisible one. Now, if you remember, we've given one of these ICM figures, 116 figures away before. We gave away the Canadian Mountie with the puppy dog.
Yes.
And it was a bit disappointing that the puppy dog didn't look like the puppy dog on the box. However, that's a big ass Alsatian, so I think we're fairly safe that looks like the one on the box.
Slightly angrier than the other one, yeah. Yeah, so, yes.
Dave Cardboard says, and how am I supposed to Warhammer that?
You could, I don't know, put extra guns on the dog or something. Or
yeah, get the guy done up like a Imperial Guard, Cadian Trooper, bit of plastic card and green stuff.
Yeah.
The dog you can just give it Cadian body armor and a las cannon on the back. There you go, done. Give it a weapon.
Mark Scopes is saying it's John Noakes and Shep on steroids.
It does look a bit children's TV, doesn't it?
So yes, this is what you could win. You could also go and buy one. It's £20.16, but don't worry about that. You could win one for the grand price of nothing at all.
Yes.
All you have to do is wait until this video is a video and not a live stream. When it's all rendered up and done in sort of 10 minutes, quarter of an hour after we finish it, that sort of time. Pop along and leave a comment on it. What we're going to have, dog facts.
Comments about puppy dogs.
Yeah.
Amusing but not necessarily correct facts about puppy dogs.
But family friendly, because next week we'll have to put them up on the screen.
In fact, let's make it more specific. Let's put your comment as why puppy dogs are far more awesome than cats.
Okay, yes, yep.
But remember, keep it family friendly.
Yes. So, when this is a video, don't put it in the chat now, well, you can, but it won't win. When it's a video, put it on the comment underneath the video. And, why dogs are awesome facts, please.
Yeah. Notice how we don't really care. There's a bloke. We're just like, it's a puppy dog. Everything else is irrelevant.
Yeah, there's also a guy with it as well, but
Chris, your picture went. Let me just refresh you.
Yeah, no, it's me. It's not you. It's me.
Do I need to refresh?
No.
Do you need to refresh?
Press the button.
Okay, press a button. There you go. Good girl.
Bruglu's saying his internet just went off for 10 minutes as Ted pressed another button.
Yeah, Ted's broken all internet everywhere. I think some ships have run aground near Newfoundland as well. That maybe Ted might have pressed that button as well. Yes, so all you need to, like Chris says, all you need to do is wait till we finish this show. Give it 5 minutes until it's a normal video on the eModels page. Chat has just refreshed itself.
Yay.
Awesome. It's just gone blank. Look, there's nothing there. It's clever that it's actually. I'm not imagining. It's actually there in front of me. It's like I can see it. I can touch it and feel it. Moving on. Yes, wait till it's a normal video. Give it 5 minutes and stick a comment on there. Just tell us why puppy dogs are awesome and cats suck. But keep it family friendly.
Oh, you're going to incur the wrath of Sergeant Bones.
Yeah, I know. But hey, you've got to rile them up occasionally with a stick.
Yeah. Ferry ticket on the way, Sarge.
Yeah. You don't know it's a dangerous bear till you prodded it with a really long stick.
Yeah. Angry German.
Yes. Lord Barkley III says, he says he's got his caps lock on by accident. He says, British war dogs best trained in the world.
Yes.
And then he says, this damn keyboard.
That's it. Are we going
to... Sergeant Bones is actually saying, nope, not going to diss my cats.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackman says, Tigger heard that. You can just say why dogs are awesome or just a dog fact. Then, if you do happen to be a cat, we accept bribes.
Skipper Ted saying dogs that are deemed too vicious to be police dogs are sent to the army. What else is chat doing? Right, so we've done the what's in store. We've done the giveaways.
Yeah.
What else does Ted do?
I don't know. He naps.
Oh yeah, let's do that then. Is it nap time?
I don't know. Is there anyone in chat? Have we forgotten something? Let us know.
Always give your Ted button a blast.
Oh yeah, that's hang on. That means I've got to change. I've got to press like 18 buttons.
There you go.
Lovely. And just for those who are watching in black and white.
Yeah. So he is here, really, honest.
Yep. Yeah, he's here, really. Osric says,
it's just like the real thing, but it's just like the real thing, but petite.
Slightly low res.
Yes.
And in his old house.
Yeah, I know. That's the sound. It's the old Ted house with the Ted shed.
Should we get him to re-record a new one just the same, but in higher quality?
I do miss the Ted shed though, because that's where I used to always in the Ted shed, which was frozen in the winter and sweaty in the summer. But like model making chicken used to
Just
sit in
wander
the
in and
Well, he said she used to like sit in the doorway because it catch the sun, so she'd just be flumped in the doorway and she'd be watching him.
I'd only just got used to the Oshkosh not being there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's basically got feathers in the computer.
I think his power supply is just full of birdseed or.
Yeah. I think model making chicken's been sleeping on top of the computer because it's warm.
Skullfish says, "What was the Festa factoid?" We did that. That was earlier. A few hours ago.
Wilfred, on this day, Wilfred Trotter dropped dead.
There you go. End of.
Happy
fact for the day.
Asks, any news on the Christmas build? Yes, there is a Christmas build. We all have kits, and we haven't arranged when we're going to do it yet. It will be at Christmas time.
Yep, just when we can.
Do we know?
Really?
I know that it's definitely me, you, Colin. You've got a kit, haven't you, Colin?
Yeah. Yeah, yep. I got a nice pink tank, didn't I?
Pink and steady now. What you do on the weekends is not our business. Ted's got his. We are still waiting to hear for sure from Tony McPony, the other eModels builder that you've not seen for ages.
He has a kit.
Yes, because we got him one, didn't? Oh yeah, because he was there and we foisted it on him. Well, I think he's up for it, but we don't know the exact date yet. We've got to sort that out amongst ourselves to see. We've all got to figure out who's got family around and when we're all free. So it's going to be at some point between Christmas and New Year, probably.
Yeah, we probably won't have a normal Monday show that week because it's Christmas time and stuff.
Yeah.
It might end up being during the day on the Monday or the Tuesday or the Sunday or sometime. We'll figure it out and we'll let you know when we know.
Yeah, well, we'll let the guys at eModels know in advance so they can post it up on the Facebook page. Because if we tell them when they've gone home for the Christmas holidays, there'll be no update on the Facebook page because that's a bit rubbish. So, yeah, we'll let them know in advance a few weeks before, but it's sometime between Christmas.
When you say a few weeks before, that's sort of now.
Oh yeah,
not long.
Scary fact. I didn't realise this is me admitting how stupid I am, and I always do because I'm an idiot. I was sat there today and I went, "Hey, you know what? When it's New Year this year, it's a whole new decade."
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did I suddenly only just notice that?
Yeah, it's the 20s, isn't it?
20.
Yeah.
20,
it'll be my fourth decade.
I know.
Change.
Scary, isn't it?
That means we're all old dudes.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, when we're talking about the Christmas build. What we're doing for the last few years, and we're going to continue doing, is over the Christmas period, because we don't do shows over that period because we're all too stuffed on mince pies and gin and all that kind of stuff.
I'm building that.
Hey?
You're
building that. Yep. And what's mine? Mine is up there. Hang on.
We cunningly had it prepared, ready. It's just it lived under there.
Pink Sherman. I'm going to see the doctor about that on Monday.
Hang on. Get the dust off. I'm building the where's my little button? Hang on, I've got my button. I'm building the backwards printed Matilda. Matilda. I need to make it look like a French actor, really, don't I? Joke. Never mind. Cinema joke.
Yeah.
Ted's building a something.
I don't remember. Did we get him was it a battleship?
I think about building the Scharnhorst or something, isn't he?
Or the battleship?
I think it's a Scharnhorst or something he's building.
Something like that.
But basically, what we're going to do, we've done for the last 2 or 3 years, is we'll do a usually 4, maybe 5 hour live stream where we all sit down and we just build either right from scratch from on the sprue, or some of us pre-assemble it and prime it ready. Not cheating, just preparing. Everything is valid. Every tactic's valid. We basically do a build from start to finish, mostly, in the live stream. And somehow we've managed to get it done each year.
I've been that good. I've not even opened mine.
Yeah, I haven't opened mine. No, I'll open it live on air because that's the way we do it.
But the thing is, I look at that and I just say that's just a Lehman Russ.
Yeah, that's the empty box. All the sprues are hanging up already primed, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they told me off last year because they all started from like bits on the sprue, and I had mine assembled in sub-assemblies and primed ready because I knew I'd be brush painting mine.
Yeah. And
I'm a slow brush painter. So I knew if I started off with bits on the sprue, given the fact it'd take me 2 hours just to build that, I'd never finish. So, but as it happened, Ted built his from the sprue and then got the airbrush and went painted. Somehow it looked great. It was fantastic, but it was like airbrush done. There you go. Did you airbrush yours or brush yours, Chris?
I airbrushed mine, and it was done. It's quick and see.
Well, airbrushed it or brushed it?
I airbrushed it.
Yeah, you. So you guys went. Bzz, there you go, done.
Well, that's
Whereas I'm carefully painting. So, but at the end, it took me as long to paint mine as it did to build and paint yours. So that's why I pre-paint. That's why I pre-do mine, because I'm slow at the building.
I'm a little bit worried about mine in that I don't think it comes with instructions because they seem to be printed on the back of the box.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm more thinking about how you're going to do masking the canopy and all that kind of stuff.
With great skill.
Very well, thank you.
I'm not even going to paint mine because it's already pink, isn't it?
No, you got to paint it.
I still got to paint it, yeah.
You can't just
go into a shop and buy a pot of pink paint. You can't.
You
do that
don't.
to me.
Well, what you need to do is get it from your online retailer of choice, eModels.co.uk.
Yeah, but they're all going to laugh at me. They're going, "Hey, look,
Is that your one-stop shop for all your model making needs?
It is indeed your one-stop shop for your model making needs. Yes.
you know?" And he's just going to write on there, "This is that pot of pink paint you're after, mate." Like,
Now, what you do is where it says special instructions on your, you just put, "I need the pink paint because I'm a princess." Shut up. And then they'll know. Then you see.
Yeah.
so I've got to get glitter and stars and all sort of stuff like that.
Or you could just say it's an SAS tank.
Yeah,
Because the SAS,
because
because SAS are hard blokes. They drive around in pink Land Rovers because they're more than confident with their sexuality.
Yeah, I am painting it pink because the SAS had pink Land Rovers.
Yeah, it's got to go along the horizon in the desert in World War II, and the Germans.
I've got to print them little cat things as well, haven't I?
Yes. Oh yeah, got some Hello Kitty water slides made.
Yeah. Skipper Ted says it's the Sean horse. Did I
Sean.
spell that right? He says.
No, but near enough.
That's the saying sparkly pink.
Sparkly.
Michael Jack. I mean, they do the old dazzle pink, don't they? The old sparkly paint.
Yeah, it's just called nail varnish paint stuff. Nail paint. Nail art. You can get nail art paint with sparkles in it. It's like gel. Michael Jackman says, "Fox, will you build it in the mirror? It depends who has control of the buttons."
Yeah.
But this is the other problem. Who's going to run the buttons?
Yeah, I think we need to work it out. We might do, if it's 4 of us, then we might just have a split screen thing going on. I think we'll figure something out.
Yeah, because we might need something that doesn't.
Better bunging it up on the yard or something like that.
We'll work something out. So, because I mean, if there's 5 of us, that won't work quite so well. But we'll figure something out.
You guys have both just said something in such a southern way in the last 10 minutes.
What?
It's so charming. We'll figure something out.
We'll sort it.
We'll go down the market stall.
You're outnumbered tonight, isn't you? It's the southern show.
We're only 15%. No, 25. I don't do 33%. Not 33. Near enough. We're only 33% not Southern Ponds. It's not right.
Yeah.
Oh nah.
Yeah, you're up there, mate, out of the way, isn't you?
Oh, I don't know. Dave says you need a non-participating button master. The difficulty is, as Chris will attest, if you do this the way we're doing this now, using Hangouts and Streamlabs, you need a degree.
Yeah.
You can't just go bing, bing, bing. You need a good PC and you need the ability to do all. So when you see me looking across all the time, it's because I'm pressing all these buttons and doing stuff. It's not like just popping up a Hangout. It's a nightmare. So yeah, there's basically me and Chris that can do this. So we'll figure something out.
Because the other option is giving Ted control of the buttons or Tony. What possibly could go wrong?
Yeah, so it's basically me and Chris have got control of it. So it might be that we just do a StreamYard Hangout and the quality might not be as good, but hey, at least you get to watch some of us build stuff.
Yeah.
So
as Ted says, you just need a PC and a sad face. So Ted might not be. He might only be doing his in chat. He might have to post pictures.
A crowdfunding page for Ted's PC.
Yeah, we'll start up a GoFundMe.
Ted will have to text us pictures as he's building it, and we'll just show him on camera.
Can you imagine we started a GoFundMe for we need to raise £500 to buy Ted a PC, and we're like £3.5 million. Be like, wow, that's a lot of gin. That's a lot of gin as well as a PC.
There's no Ted this week. We last see him getting flown out the country on a Learjet.
With just Gin Master painted on the side.
Sponsored by Gordon's.
Yeah.
Other gins are available.
We think he was waggling his wings, but it might not have been voluntary.
Yeah. What possibly can go wrong at Christmas with us?
All the things. Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing can go wrong, not ever.
Yeah, because it'd be my first Christmas build, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It will. Yeah.
Andrew Preston says, will Ted be getting a new computer for Christmas? Depends. Has he been naughty or nice?
Yeah, he's not been that nice.
Does he know anybody with 700 or 800 quid to spare? I don't know. Anyway, I think so we don't think we've got anything else, have we?
No, we've done everything. I think we've done the store and the giveaway and the stuff. So I think we're free.
Cool. Well, that's going to do us then. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, like we said, wait till the show is finished, give it 5 minutes, and go and put your comment on the video on the eModels channel as to a cool fact about puppy dogs, which, as we all know, are much better than cats.
Ted says, I own up, I spilt gin on the computer. Now, don't believe that. I don't believe Ted has ever spilt gin.
No, and if he did spill it, he'd have been down there and sucked it up so fast it wouldn't have caused any damage anyway.
He dropped a pound once and it cut him on the back of the head as he bent over to pick it up.
So anyway, don't forget to put a comment on the video if you want to win whatever the hell it was we're giving away. I've already forgotten.
The puppy dog.
That's right. The random. There was a model with something, and then there was a big dog. Like the dog.
A big growler, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a dog with some other bits of plastic that we didn't notice.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you want to win that, as I say, get your comment on. Don't forget, of course, we'll be back next Monday with next Monday's show, and please don't forget this Friday is Black Friday. Mm-hmm. So if you're wanting to pick some stuff up, get it in your basket, keep it in there, and on Friday, go on, you can get some nice big savings. And it's eModels 29 is the code, valid online all through midnight to midnight Friday, and valid in store only on the Saturday if you're local and you can pop in. Don't pop into store on Friday. They will be closed because they'll be absolutely battered with all the orders.
Just remember, it's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, and don't forget,
the password is based.
I said password, I meant safe word. I've just ruined the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, we know what your password is, though.
No, the password is not based. Anyway, that's going to do us. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, somehow Ted might be with us next week, or otherwise we might not see him now till the new year. I don't know. Everybody club together. Get him a new computer. Somebody do a GoFundMe because we're all skins. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Was there anything else?
No.
Can't think of it. Don't forget to pop onto the eModels website and have a look at the new offers, offers section and the new section. New as to all the stuff that's come in. And the office section, there is always stuff that's got extra reductions on it. Usually just stuff they want to give you a chance to pick up some sweet deals. So always go and have a look in the office section. You never know what you're going to pick up, and it might be in there for a day, might be in there for a month. So go and check it out. And don't forget, of course, the eModels Facebook page, eModels Ltd on Facebook. Go and check them out. You'll stay up to date with the stuff that's coming in stock as it comes in, and also other offers and things. They do some offers just on the Facebook page. They're like, if you want to win this kit, like this post and subscribe or whatever, share it. So make sure to go to the Facebook page and have a look at stuff you might win on there. So free stuff everywhere. Everything's free. Pete's wallet's twitching now. He's having conniption fits.
Just hope none of you win a weekend with us lot.
Wow.
No, that's a
scary thought.
That's a lot of gin. I don't think you can actually buy that much gin in one session, can you?
Yeah. Tanker of gin on aisle 5, please.
Cashier number 4, please. Anyway, that's going to do us. So thank you very much for watching. I've now got to go and press some buttons. So take care of yourselves. We shall see you all next week.
Catch up with you next week.
Yep, and we'll say adios amoebas. And from Chris.
Bye.
And from Colin.
See you later. Thanks for watching.
But I've got to press some buttons now. Hang on, I've got to press this one. And then, hang on, I've got to press this one first. Ted had to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And then I'll say thanks very much. Take care. Bye.